All right, Mr. Tom, we're out in the family plot garden.
Yes, sir.
We're about to renovate strawberries.
Yes, we are.
All right, so what do we need to do first?
Well, first thing that's already been done is mark off the area that we want to till.
Okay.
And then kill the grass.
All right.
Well, sited on 5 foot by 10 foot piece of property. Now the ground underneath it, since this had not been tilled, is probably organically deficient. So we've got some organic matter here we're going to put on top of it.
Okay.
And then we're going to put some fertilizer on top of that, preferably like 6-12-12, low nitrogen, high phosphorus, high potassium, because we don't want a lot of new growth when the frost comes, because the young tender leaves can't handle it, but the older leaves can. And we're going to just till it all in together at one time.
All right, so you ready to get started?
I'd be ready.
All right.
First thing I'm going to do is pull these up and I'll get them out of the way.
Okay.
The grass killer did its job, so we know where to till. Okay, and let's put some humus in there.
So you're just kind of dumping it out?
Yep. Okay. Now we're going to take a rake and just kind of spread it out evenly. Okay, next, and the last thing we're going to do before we till is put down fertilizer. Recommended is a low nitrogen, high phosphorus, high potassium, because we don't want a lot of new fresh growth on those strawberries when frost is coming. Now it's time to start the beast.
All right.
Being in the no-till generation, the 2 times you really do need a till is when you're putting in a new garden, and also if you're putting in lime to sweeten the soil. I'm raking up the grass that we dug up, and it's not going to go to waste. We're going to set it aside so when a hard frost or freeze comes, we can use that to cover the plants up to protect them. Next thing we're going to do is put down the barrier, which we're using the cheap shower curtain liners.
The cheap, what, $1?
Yeah.
Shower curtain?
Can't tell you where I got them from, but that's one of those closely kept secrets. It even comes with magnets.
All right.
And we can just lay it down.
Okay.
The plastic cover, which was in its former life a shower curtain liner, will be used for a couple good reasons. 1, as a weed block. 2, retain soil moisture. 3, and most important, keep the strawberries clean, so the bugs don't eat the bottom and only leaving the top parts for you. And I'm using these little anchors that you get for ground cloths. They're relatively inexpensive, but if you're cheap like I am, you can take those metal coat hangers, straighten them out, you know, get 4 of these off of one of those.
Okay.
So if you want to do the corners.
So you put in corners?
They'll go right through both tongues to the plastic. Yeah, there, just like that.
Try to get it at the end here.
All the way down.
There you go.
And then we'll do the same thing over here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put one right smack in the middle. And now we're going to put the other one down. I'm just putting them on the ends, middle, one in the middle. Since it's 6 feet long, 6 feet wide, you might say about 3 feet apart. Now we're ready to cut some slits and start moving strawberries to their new home. I like about 8-inch slits, and the reason for that is better chance of catching rainwater, and secondly, it's easier to water it. I talked to the professional commercial grower. He recommends 14 to 15 inches apart for a little bit better air circulation. But you gotta keep in mind, he's got a big field. We're limited to 5 foot by 10 foot area. So I'm gonna stick with the 12 inches apart right now.
Okay.
Well, as you notice, we got the plastic down, anchored, and we got slits cut in it. Now it's time to start moving the babies.
All right.
And I'm going to start over in this far corner and work my way towards the center. And what I'm going to do is dig it, and you'll find that strawberry roots are not very deep. As you can see,
Yeah, not at all.
very shallow. And we got a daughter on it, so we're going to dig that up. And there's another daughter. Now, originally planted in here was 10 strawberry plants. And we got, I say, well over 50. Let's see how many plants we got off that one. Well, there is 4 plants, 5 plants off that one. We got 2 plants here. I'm just going to separate them. And there's 3 on that one. I'd say make a pretty good investment for only 10 plants. Where else are you going to get free plants like this that are easily separated and replanted? And it's time we'll go ahead and put these in the garden.
All right.
I want to separate them right at the source. And there is one
plant.
mother plant. Again, you can see the roots are shallow.
Yeah.
So obviously we don't really need to plant it very deep. But we do need to plant it as soon as possible to keep the roots from drying out. And then close up the slit around it. And after we get done doing this, we most surely want to water it. And it'll get acclimatized to its new home. Okay, well again, we actually got a couple plants right here. So I just separated it. Try to keep as much of the soil. Well, this one here doesn't look prime. So I'm going to set that one aside.
What do you think about that one?
That one looks good. And we'll plug this one into the ground. Strawberries like it just like human does. If it's comfortable for you, it's comfortable for the plants. If it's hot to you, it's hot to them.
Plants, right? We appreciate the demonstration, Mr. Tom, and we'll just finish this on up.
Okay.
All right. Thank you much.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please click the subscribe button below.